Hello everyone, Regina Sturrock here. The power of the idea and how to sell it. That's what we're talking about today. And I feel it's more important than ever before. It's time to pull out all the stops and to be truly engaging with our craft. That's always been important, but now there's a pause and people are listening. They're listening to our ideas and how we can bring value into their sanctuaries. So we have to ask ourselves, are we telling the design story well? Are we able to conceptualize the design and the vision into a package that's truly engaging and intriguing, that is easy to understand, that gets to the point in a matter of minutes? A picture is worth 1,000 words, my design friends, and that truly resonates with our clients. I personally feel that a presentation is as much an art form than the design itself. I want to share with you some of our presentation highlights and how we told the design story. This one's from a new build, and it touches on everything from architectural design and detailing to millwork design to the finer points in furniture, art, sculpture. Everything's in there. It's all layered in. And that's the key, the layering in of the design ideas. Just like we layer it in real life when we layer in the details. So that's the way to look at it. The way to look at our montage, our PowerPoints, our presentations in mood boards, they should really represent a microspace of the real space. And that's when the communication becomes very successful. And this is the representation of the foyer in our Chateau on the Lake project. You can see here we brought in a segment of the flooring, the railing detail, the statement lighting, and then all the furniture and the artwork. It all came together, all the layers came in together. But here during the presentation, we actually brought in the real sculptural piece that was sitting on our island and this beautiful modern Renaissance artwork. In fact, we brought in a few pieces, and it was an extremely powerful tool. It brought in a certain degree of sincerity and certainly emotion, and the client actually purchased the pieces. So I would highly recommend, if you have a relationship with a gallery in your area, ask them to borrow a few pieces for your presentation. It's absolutely a powerful tool. And here's the presentation for our kitchen design. We always start with the elevations in CAD, and then we color it in. We render it in Photoshop. And then we put in all the details, such as the lighting, the hardware, the special details, such as this beautiful Eglamise mirror and metalwork on top, or at the end of the island here, you can see this beautiful marquetry. But listen, if your Photoshop skills aren't that great, how about pulling out the colored pencils or brushes? Bringing in some hand-drawn touches can really be a signature, and then you need to sign it. And the mood boards, where we bring in all the tactile and the smooth elements together into one cohesive ensemble. And this is where it's really important to think about the harmony, the balance, the proportion as you would see it in a real space, and assemble it that way. And this is when your OCD can really be a great asset. I know that we all have it. And, just make sure that you shift things around until it just feels right to you, just like you were to do in a real space when you're putting all the details in. And I really love these translucent trays. I think they're awesome for being able to contain all the items in there neatly, but also to be able to shift things around during the presentation. You can certainly put them over top of a carpet or a tile so that that it really does sit well with everything. And then when the presentation is over, it's easy enough just to put everything away. Everything is nicely contained, and when you can also then pull it out when it's ready for procurement. Everything is in one spot, so it's a great tool. And together with these visuals, we also prepare a very comprehensive PowerPoint that organizes all the concepts, every room. Again, it's about putting them together in an artful way. It's not a spec sheet. But here we can also add some notes so that the client can remember all the points and details long after the presentation. And that brings me to my final point. The digital experience is a profound one at this time. And it's a security blanket for our clients during these uncertain times. It's your voice long after the Zoom meetings have ended. And with these visual tools, the client can pour over them. They can engage with the idea and really get excited about what will be. And that's the power of the idea and a way to make it real.